Deranged Airsoft, and today we're looking at the King Arms CAA, the Command Arms licensed 140 round mid-cap magazines. This was given to us by some friends of ours, loaned to us to do a review on by our friends Jay and Scott, and this is their mag that they just got and was looking for some mid-caps. So for you players out there who may be new to Airsoft, high caps, mid caps, what do people prefer? A lot of players like to use mid caps for two reasons. One, this doesn't have a load of BBs in there that are jostling around when you're running, and so it's a little bit more stealthy. And secondly, it also simulates more of that real steel where you have to reload. It kind of brings on that adrenaline rush when you all of a sudden realize you're out of BBs and you have to reload your gun and you're in, a fight. So a lot of guys are starting to move towards, for that new, when we were new, we started off with high caps. And then we quickly moved towards these mid caps. So this carries 140 rounds in it. It's just like any other mid cap out there. You load them through the top nozzle and you're good to go. These fed flawlessly in our guns that we tested it in. We did several mag dumps where we just loaded a full mag, just let it rip. We were using the SMP for that, and we're over 30 plus beat balls per second, and we're getting no problems with it. We never actually had any misfeeds or any failure to feeds with this. So we were using 0.25 gram BBs at 350 FPS. Fed fine. The only problem is with these, if you're looking and watching and you're a Masada owner, is these don't fit very well into the Masada lower. I have a spare lower here, so you can see right now the mag button is kind of inset. There's a little lip there, where that's the correct feeding or correct locking position. There's a lip, so it indents itself. When you insert these mags in, and you have to push up rather hard, it locks, but it doesn't go all the way back to normal, which leaves this button loose inside. So for you Masada owners out there, PTS Masada owners, I would say that this is not a viable option. What really needs to be done is this window needs to be deeper. If it was deeper, then it would allow it to work better, but it really goes in tough, and you really have to pull it out pretty hard for your PTS Masada owners out there. But they did feed fine. And they fed flawlessly. They actually look kind of nice with the gun, very futuristic style to them. This is the Command Arms license that King Arms has to make this. They can be found on Evike. You can buy a box of 5 of them for around $45. The polymer in comparison to the P-Mags is different. So this is like a polymer. This feels more like a plastic. It's a little bit... it's nice and it's solid, but not in comparison to some of the more upper end magazines that you would find. Also, this the way you take this apart, if you ever did jam or clean, is through the base plate at the bottom here. This does not come off. This is all part of the shell, but this nozzle here, or this little opening there. So all you do is you'd have to take your flathead screwdriver. When it is in line with the two halves of the shell, that means it's locked. And when you turn it 180 degrees, you can kind of hear it unlock itself. It should let itself free. Yep, and the base plate should come out. And the spring will kind of lock itself in there. So you just kind of take your screwdriver, get the bottom to come free here of the spring. Just like that. There's no base on these, and then the whole spring will come out, and there is your follower right there. Interesting design to it, but that's the follower. We didn't have any jams or anything like that, so it seemed pretty good. And to do it again, to put it all back, you just do the same thing. Cleaning these will be a little difficult just because you can't half the shells. But you still could clean them, feed some paper towel up through there, push it through. And then you just insert your base cap back on, and you're good to go. Which can be tricky because that spring doesn't have anything that holds it in place. So, alright. But thanks to Jay and Scott for letting us borrow this mag. Decent mag for a starter, I'd say. It's same as your mag brands and others. Beta Project, Green Label, PMags, very similar design between them all. But hope you like this video. Hopefully it helps you if you're trying to clean them or figure out how to take it apart. And thanks again to Jay and Scott for letting us borrow it. We really appreciate it. Please like us on Facebook. Also post any comments and any questions you have on our YouTube or Facebook page. And we'll see you guys later.